Hey guys, welcome to the ND72 YouTube channel, and this is my CLK55. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam with ND72. So we're back with the CLK55. So today what we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of maintenance on it just to get it a little bit more roadworthy, because one other thing that went wrong with it is the coolant reservoir is cracked. We're going to try to get time to do that. The big thing we want to do is the multi-function switch does not work properly, where the wipers don't really turn on unless you start moving. We got to do multi-function switch. We got a couple other things. I'm going to show you what we got in the trunk right now. So just to do some simple little maintenance things, this cost us like 20 bucks online. We ordered one of those. This does say CLK500, but really we're going to take the CLK part and get rid of this CLO thing, because that's very annoying. We're going to get rid of that. We got a brand new multi-function switch right from the interweb, and then these are things I think are going to be, it won't make it any faster, but so much cooler. So what I ordered, I'll put the link to this guy's account on below, but these are paddle shifter converters. So if you remember right now, we got the buttons. These will make it a paddle shift. So they're supposed to be super cool. So we're going to try to figure out how to install these today, make a little video about it, and see if everything goes well. And then we'll take it for a test drive and show you a couple pulls with it. But let's get started. All right, guys, so we're going to start with, you got to pull the steering wheel off to do the multi-function switch and to do the little paddles. Just for safety, we're going to pull the battery out. So pretty straightforward, just to disconnect the battery, just in case. Not saying it will blow up in my face, but I'd rather it really not. Do that really quick, and then you're going to come into the car. So usually, good rule of thumb is to hit the brake a few times. That's going to kind of like light up the rear brake lights. So trying to kill as much power as you could before you touch this. So you're going to start with, this is just a T30, and then you're going to put it, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see back here? So right back here, there's a hole there. Can you see my finger? Yeah. A hole there, and then a hole over here. And then you just take your T30 in there. You can do it with like any other different T30, but I just do it with this one. And then I got my fancy little specialty screwdriver, and I just turn it while holding the wheel. See, I broke that one off. And this is to take the airbag portion out. I might need to put that battery back in and reposition this wheel if I can't get this right swing. There we go. And then just spin these little bolts out. Alright, so now that we got the steering wheel, or the airbag part off, you gotta get the steering wheel off. This is a Allen 10, and I'm using my big old gun. If you don't have a big impact like this, you gotta brace the steering wheel, and it's a little bit annoying, but this should pop right off with a little bracing. Or I might, this battery's almost dead, so I might have to get another battery. Nope. Popped it right off. See how easy that was? Now when you put these back on, make sure you put blue Loctite on there. Put that down and don't lose these bolts. And also, get the proper size. If you put like something too small, you'll start stripping it. But you saw how quick that was to come out. Now hopefully it should just pull right off. Yep. Pull right off. I can sneak these little fittings in, and bam, steering wheel's off, so we can start doing the paddles, and then we can start doing the multi-function switch. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to install the paddles on the steering wheel. Yes, you can do this inside the car, but since I was already taking the steering wheel out, and the steering wheel takes 2 minutes to take out, I'm going to do this outside the car. So here's what the factory ones look like. It's just like a little button, and then here's what the ones that we put in looks like. I'm going to show you how to do it, but like, it is so much like I just think it looks night and day difference. So once you pull them out, this is the factory and this aftermarket one. So what you're gonna need is very simple: 2 screwdrivers. Kind of the thinner the blade, the better. And then you're gonna take one of your screwdrivers. I think that's the thinner one. And then you're gonna put it right up in here, and just be very careful, and then just twist. Geez, that gets me every time. It sounds like it's breaking, but it really didn't. And then you could also do this on the car, like I said. And then you got these wires. Pull them out as much as you kind of could without actually like tugging at them, which is not going to be that much. That's why it's a little bit better off the car. And now this is the part where you really got to be pretty easy with. So you're going to take your screwdriver and you're going to put it in right in these grooves and then twist it. Mainly what you're doing is you're popping these little tabs out. Be very careful not to break over here. And if you do, I think it'll still hold, but just be very, very careful. And this is kind of like the crappy screwdriver to use. Let's try this one. And then just kind of rotate it. I don't know if I'm going to give you the best view because I'm being really sketchy with this. See, it pops right out. Ah! You don't actually throw these away. And then to put it back in, so make sure these are right and left side, so make sure you get the right one. Let me see if I remember. We literally just did this. So let's get the orientation properly. So it's got to go like that. So how you're going to do it is you're going to put it in the back, and mainly you see this little lip. You're going to make sure that you get it in under there. So you're going to put that lip in first. Alright, so now the lip goes right in. See, that's even just there holding it. And then you need to get these tabs back in between there. Pop them in with your finger. See how it's not fully in yet? Make sure it's fully seated. There you go. And you hear that click. See how it's fully seated in there? And then to test it, make sure it goes freely. Because this is the actual button that it pushes to shift. So make sure everything's tight. Give it kind of give a pull test, but don't rip it the F out. And then you're going to spin it back in and just do it the exact opposite way of the way you took it out. So they'll go the back first and then snap it. See how hard, they pop in there pretty hard. And then mainly, I'm going to smack this around. See how it popped right out? Make sure you get it in there good. Alright? See, once you pop it in there good, look how hard this one is to come out. And you'll be good. Alright, so we got the steering wheel back in. It's basically pretty straightforward as you saw. Airbag and that. And then now these are like I don't know if you can see, but they are pretty cool. You could easily just go pop it for manual. And then also, so factory, remember this whole car is F in stock. So factory, when you put it in manual mode, which is M, that's the only way you could use these paddles. If you leave it in comfort or summer or sport, whatever, it won't actually use them. But what you could do, which we're 90% going to do, when you get a TCU tune, it gives you a different function. You could be in normal, summer mode or S, and then you just hit it, and it'll start working. So that's when these paddles become really cool. But I'm pretty happy about it. And then also, sad note, so the multi-function switch is the reason we were going to do the wipers. So we put it in, and it still didn't effing work. So then we start looking at some wire diagrams. I'm going to show you what actually was the whole problem the whole time. So this will probably help anyone else out future, and it'll save you a crap load of money and time. This is the first thing you want to check. I was just an idiot and completely forgot about it. So over here is a micro switch. These wipers will not work unless it thinks the hood's closed. So what was happening, if you watch, so even though the hood would be closed, that switch wasn't actually getting pushed. So all you gotta do is either, you could buy a new switch. To take this out, it's 210s and you unplug it. Or if you just go, let me show you right back here. Hot! There's a plug right here that plugs in. You unplug it, and the car will think the hood's always shut. And then the wipers will work. Everything will start working off that switch now. Granted, we already spent the money and got the multi-function switch, so we're not going to take it out. We'll have a spare one in case it really does break, but that's a teeny little thing to help and save you guys some money. So now we're going to probably wait a day, and we're going to go for a test drive when it's not all rainy and wet out. And that'll be it. Alright, so we got the CLK55 out. We're going to do some 0 to 60 runs. Right now the weather is 55, so it's kind of cold, but it's a little bit moist. It is raining, so we kind of try to get the road a little bit dry, but we're going to try some 0 to 60s and see what happens. Alright, so we got the draggy all set up. See if you can see it. And then all ready to go. Tracks down there, so we're going to try it again. Let me hit reset. All right, ready to go. All right, so now we're going to try it second gear because we're just spinning a little too much with this, even after a burnout and everything. All right, let me see if it's focus. All right, good to go. So we got the paddles done on the CLK55, which I think they're pretty effing cool. We like them a lot. They make it a little bit easier to basically to shift and stuff like that, so you're not grabbing the shifter. Also, we got a good baseline of like the 0 to 60 in the quarter mile, which came out to be the best we really got done that day because it was a little bit moist when we were spinning. Remember, the car is basically completely stock, minus not the paddles. Was 14.0, and then I think we did like a 6.0 was roughly the best 0 to 60, and 14.0 the best quarter mile. So, not the best, but at least we have a good baseline of what the car is. So next we're going to be doing just simple things that don't really cost us too much. I'm going to build a full exhaust for the car, which I've done plenty of these, so that's very inexpensive. I have the material. So we're going to build an exhaust for the car in the next video. Then we're going to slowly start gutting the vehicle. If you remember, this car is going to be more or less a fun, just like all my other cars, are fun, kind of purpose-built cars. Because we already have a couple fast, like, dailies that have full interior, like the E55 and the CLS55. So this one's going to be another, like, fast, fun, road race car. So we'll be gutting the interior, putting race seats in there, doing all that stuff. So also remember, if anyone wants the seats or anything like that, hit me up. They're in pretty good condition. If you're in Kissimmee or Orlando or whatever, we're going to punt them really effing cheap, like $100, something dirt cheap. But hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you need to contact me, go to BuffyCLK500 on Instagram. And I'm going to remember to put the links to those paddles, because I will say I don't even know what the price of them are now with the way the world is working, but they were like $80 to $100 shipped from the UK. And for me, I think it's so cool, and they literally just plug and play as you saw. You don't have to get a different module, you don't have to do any of that stuff. So I hope you guys liked the video, and see you guys later.